The following is a production of Corrupted Entertainment in association with The Joe Cronin Show. Listen to other episodes and shows on youtube.com/corruptedpodcast.
Guys, make sure to support us on patreon.com/Joe Cronin Show. The link is down below. This is Corrupted Entertainment, though, so let's get into Corrupted Entertainment. But if you like the show, please give us some support and keep the channel going. We got we got a little bit to talk about here. So, let's do it. What's up, everybody? Okay, so we got a couple things here real quick. Hit that sub button if you're new to the channel down below. New DNA nanorobots successfully target and kill off cancerous tumors. This is something we talked about that would come out of development years ago, that we could possibly see these DNA nanobots or nanorobots kill cancerous tumors. Nanotechnology is something I first became interested in because I saw an episode of Star Trek The Next Generation where they had that nanobots, and then I started thinking about nanotechnology and just these so tiny individual, like almost as small as like little tiny cells and blood vessels and stuff like that, that possibly could be in your body or your blood, that could target things because they have a brain. And because of the tiny transistors that we, were able to sort of create years and years ago on the silicon and everything, how computers respond, we could somehow transfer that into your body. So instead of having to create a liquid antivirus or some sort of vaccine in a way, these nanobots would take the place of that. And that is something that is wildly interesting to me. And apparently, according to TechCrunch, Science News today, new DNA nanorobots have successfully targeted and killed off cancerous tumors. That's not science fiction at this point. That's not, it could happen. It starts the article by saying science fiction no more. This is crazy. In Nature and Biotechnology, scientists were able to show tiny autonomous bots have the potential to function as intelligent delivery vehicles to cure cancer in mice. These DNA nanorobots do so by seeking out and injecting cancerous tumors with drugs that can cut off their blood supply, shriveling them up and killing them. Using tumor-bearing mouse models, they demonstrated here intravenously injecting the DNA into the nanorobots and such. It's just crazy method. You can go read it if you want to get really dorky about it. But it's a huge breakthrough. The goal says that the scientists behind paper is to eventually prove these bots can do the same thing in humans. Of course, more work needs to be done. But this is kind of what we always thought it was, assuming this is all reality and real. It's pretty amazing. And coming up soon, we're going to talk about SpaceX and the launch there with the rockets coming back down to Earth and the potentials of that. We're going to get into that on a whole podcast. So, guys, if you want to stay tuned for that in the next few days, we're going to have that up for you soon. So please hit the subscribe button down below to Corrupted right here. If you're not familiar with the channel and you're new to this channel, we're sort of kind of spinning all over the place here. We have a very mature style of doing things where, we're adult humor and shock humor, but at the same time, we also like to talk about current events and news, and I cover everything, and science and technology is stuff that I love to cover, so this will all be here if you can stomach it. Now, I am curious to hear feedback from new listeners who haven't been listening to me on my other channels. And if you're new to this channel and you have a suggestion, please let me know. Some people may not like some of the other videos that come on here, so I'm trying to figure out a way to divide it up among the audience. But we'll figure that out going forward. Now, here's a story that kind of, for amazing things that humanity can do and people can do with nanotechnology and robots, this Voodoo story is just the opposite of what the great stuff we can do and the terrible things we do. We are being targeted. Voodoo believers fear a backlash. So for those of you that aren't aware, there was a woman, a voodoo person, whatever. She practiced voodoo and killed or tortured or something her 2 kids. Now this is messed up because this hits home. It's in Brockton, Massachusetts, which is near to me. It's a very poor area. You know, strange things can sometimes happen when you're in a poor area. Now, I can't recall hearing a report of a voodoo practicer murdering her kids, so I don't think that it's necessarily, you know, an issue. I think it's more of an issue. You practice voodoo. No, it doesn't matter. Like that would before this lady came along. If somebody told me that some mother, was practice voodoo and she had kids in the house, I would already be concerned then. You know what I'm saying? Like, it would be concerning because of what you know voodoo to be. But this article says, we are being targeted, says Maud Evans, a Haitian native and voodoo priestess in Boston Mattapan neighborhood. I am really concerned that that's how it's going to be from now on. They will do things and blame it on voodoo. 2 sisters in East Bridgewater were arrested last month after they tied down and burned a 5-year-old girl. Well, I guess it does happen. What's going on in Massachusetts with fucking voodoo? What the hell is happening in Massachusetts? Dude, I live in Massachusetts. Should I be worried about voodoo? Permanently disfiguring her in a voodoo ritual meant to rid her of a demon, authority says. Peggy LeBoy, was arrested, and her sister, Rachel, also accused of threatening to cut off the head of the girl's 8-year-old brother with a machete. About a week later, in Brockton, in nearby Brockton, a mother stabbed 2 of her children. I am pretty sure that voodoo isn't good. The negative portrayal of voodoo in American culture goes back to at least to Hollywood films in the 1920s and 30s. Some see us as worshiping the devil or evil spirits, but that's far from what it is. Who teaches voodoo at Cambridge College in Boston and was longtime administrator of Boston Public Schools. We don't hurt children. It's about healing. Well, somebody did hurt a child. But yeah, I don't know enough about voodoo to denounce it or something. I just always thought voodoo was kind of fucked up. But you know what I mean? I think all religion is kind of fucked up. Because to me, all religions eventually lead to an unnecessary death based on a misunderstanding or screw up or some kind of targeted bias or harassment, or not harassment, prejudice, I guess is what I would say. All religions and things like that lead to that. It is weird and alarming that these voodoo things are cropping up here, but it's nothing that I don't think we have to worry about. In my opinion, it's probably just a couple people getting carried away and being stupid. And, you know, being stupid right now in America is a pretty common thing. But not only being stupid in America is a common thing, but just being stupid in general everywhere is a common thing. But that's, hey, that stuff happens. So, you know, unless these things start to pop up a little bit more frequently, then I would say it's not a big deal. But I would be shocked if a friend or two told me that they were involved in voodoo for sure. My name is Joe. This is Corrupted Entertainment. Guys, leave a like or comment or dislike or whatever you want down below in the comment section. Are you afraid of voodoo? Are you excited about this nanobot technology? What are you excited about, guys? We'll see you in the next video. Hit that sub button for more.